He's saying, come on guys, we're going to make the very best of this collapsing this collapsing organ, which represents love, beauty, truth, and so on and so on. And they represent the qualities. Now, I mean, I'm saying this, if you like, deliberately, because we tend to look at everything and become a little bit repetitional, and there it is, and here we are, and so on. And I would say I feel exactly the same. It's like telling the doctor your problems, and he says, yes, I know, I also feel like that. And by the time you're finished, your doctor is really feeling worse than you are. But it's just to open our awareness, if we are working with what we are calling here the interweaving of light, the interweaving of light, that it only works 100%. That's the only way it can work. And it's not the only way that we can work. But life is present, and it's present totally, fully, and without compromise. The compromising is within our human events and experiences and so on. So we brought light through the whole system, and we can bring light now into our hands and feet. Our hands and feet are, we live within our memory, actually. You know, where are you? Well, I'm at number 7543 Sherbrooke. No, you're not. You're in your memory. No. Look, that's my address. So do you leave yourself in a building, and and so on? So we live in our memory, and what is our body? Our body is a vehicle through which all the different aspects of life can be sensed, measured, experienced, and appreciated sooner or later, digested. So our hands and feet are an extension of our mind and an expression of a certain capacity within our brain. I can travel on my feet, but I can travel in my imagination. I can travel technologically, but I can travel in my imagination. Wherever I go, I'm traveling in my imagination as well. I'm imagining, I'm thinking, I'm going where I remember to go. We live in our memories. So we link with our hands and feet, and we're linking with mobility, dexterity, giving, receiving. We're living with so much that we take for granted, and if you twist your ankle, it's a very, very great inconvenience to our mind. Our body just twisted an ankle, but for me, I can't get around properly. I have to use crutches, and God goodness knows. And so we link with our hands and feet. We bring light into our hands and feet. How does it feel? And we bring light into our joints. So what does that mean? Because every single joint means something different. It's the separate entry point. If we have an accident, how the body is affected by the accident, which side of the body, which parts of the body, which joints of the body, they literally follow a pre-existent energy structure. The way that an accident happens falls into a story. It happens and it tells a story. If we see where it's happened in the body, and we appreciate a little bit of what these different parts of the body represent, we can say into the hologram of what makes a whole human being. Then we go through the outer form of the accident into the inner description of the accident, into the story of what is happening inside that person. So the accident has happened, but actually it's an inner story that has happened. If we bring light into the joints, to the ankles, to the knees, to the hips, to the wrists, to the elbows, just light, just light, to the shoulder, to the jaw. Are we going to be less likely to have an accident? We are going to be less likely to have a bad accident, definitely. Some things happen, but they can happen by degree. Without the lights on, the collision can be much more difficult. With the lights on, the collision can be modest, minimal, and we can learn exactly the same message that the story will tell us without the collision that needs to go right to an extreme. Now all we're working with is with the interweaving of light. So we sort of switched our body on a little bit. Light has gone right through the body, light through the chakras, light through the joints, light through the hands and feet, light through our eyes, through our ears, light through our throat, light through the sense of smell, through the sense of taste, light through the sense of touch. Now all these senses are just different degrees of density. They're one sense that is split into 5 different forms of density or subtlety. Light in the 5 senses makes one united sense. And so we find ourselves at the point of light which is simultaneously present in every chakra, in every joint, in every sense. The center, that is the still point, is present simultaneously in every other point. And so we say the divine presence, the universal presence, is expressed individually, personally even, in our body, in our organs, and in our structure. I'm in my center, and I'm at every point on the periphery at the same moment.